Hey guys, welcome back. Eric Johnston here. The video that you're going to watch today is on the Eagle 150B, not this Learjet. The Eagle 150B, if you'd asked me a few months ago to describe one to you, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. It's a very unique airplane. The way the wings are set up and the stall characteristics of the airplane are very benign. You're going to get a kick out of it. Kerry LaFleur, the pilot and owner of this one, takes us up for a ride. So enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and make sure you share it with all your friends. Thanks a lot.
Are there brakes on both sides or just yours?
Oh yeah, there's brakes on both. You just press hard on the pedals. Go ahead.
Oh, on both of them?
Yeah, just press on the pedals.
Or they're way down there.
Well, they bring them back to you. There's an electric motor right there.
Oh, be darned. Oh wow.
If you just press on the whole pedal.
I'm trying to figure. Oh, there they are. Okay. All right, that's
the brakes.
interesting.
Yeah, and that whole one to turn.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah, it doesn't have an actual toe brake pedal. Just the whole bar moves, and it's all connected to the master cylinder.
Aren't long easies like that?
You know, I've never flown a long easy. I could tell you.
I think they are. Could be wrong.
So, yeah, good hot oil, good oil pressure, volts, amps, freaks, all good. About right there. All right, I'm ready. Air Publish traffic 151 Echo Alpha, departing 17 from Washington. Bring the flaps up. Great visibility today.
Yeah, it is. Really nice.
I'm assuming you'll edit all this so I don't look like an idiot.
Right? Well, there's always a bloopers part. No, I'm joking.
Blooper.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, a lot of people are unaware of what this is. They think it's a home built or you know, some kind of a Rutan thing. The closest it comes to being a Rutan design is it is designed by one of Rutan's airfoils guy, John Rons.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, so he built this airplane to be a purpose-built trainer, and it was initially in competition for the Air Force initial screening trainer contract when the Slingsby T3 were having all the stall spin accident.
Yeah.
And it ultimately lost out to the Diamond DA-20. So it never really took off because of that. They scaled back their marketing. They bought up all the examples that they'd sold to flight schools, and about 5 of them remain in the States. They're all over. They're all over. You know, the South Pacific, Malaysia, Indonesia, New Zealand, Australia. But they ceased production in like 2006.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So it's kind of an orphaned airplane, but I've got a real good parts network up in Wichita. Friends with the owner of the company that imported them. Also, his partner is actually a Southwest Airlines captain in Chicago.
I'll be there.
So, and then I'm real good friends with the factory demo pilot that demoed these back in the late 90s when they were brand new. So, and he owns 2 of them. He's right here in Denton at Hidden Valley.
Oh, really?
He's got one here and one up in Wichita. So,
I'll be there.
so the brain trust on him is still alive and well. He's got an excellent mechanic that worked on him back in the early 2000s. And I've got a handful of spares for it, you know, just little stupid stuff that this proprietary airplane. But firewall forward, it's a DA-20. Mechanically, there's not a lot of parts that you can't find.
How long have you had this one?
Coming up on 2 years. Oddly enough, when I got into GA, I wanted one of these, and I couldn't find one because there's so few of them, and I ended up buying a Grumman Tiger, and kept it for about 4 or 5 years. And one of the initial offers when I went to sell my Tiger, this guy asked me if I wanted an Eagle 150 in trade.
I'll be darned.
And I initially declined, but after I sold the Tiger, I thought, you know, I'm probably never going to see one of those again. I'd like to play with one for a while. So I went ahead and purchased the airplane from him. He was in Augusta, Georgia, I believe. And I've been flying it for a while. And oddly, you've seen what I'm doing now. It's I've just got not enough room, not enough money, and not enough time to have 3 airplanes. So
gotta let one go.
This one will probably go. If my situation changes, we may be getting a new hangar. If I get a new hangar, I probably won't be in such a rush to sell it. But so we're about 3 mistakes high, and we'll push this thing over to top of the green arc.
3 mistakes high?
Yeah, we're about 3 mistakes high.
What does that mean?
Well, I don't like to do anything hold my beer-ish in the airplane unless you're at least 3 mistakes high. So, because I'm famous for mistakes. So we'll you can G it up, and you know it bleeds energy like crazy, but you know in the pattern though it's real easy to slow down.
Really? Oh, because you got those 2 wings.
You just put a lot of G's on it, and it just stops. Wow. It's certified in the standard category in the United States, but in the rest of the world, there's a quick release for the canopy, and with that quick release, you can wear chutes and you can get out of it. Obviously, it's impossible to get out of this one, even if you had a chute.
Yeah.
Because it's a tip up. But it rides turbulence pretty well.
Yeah.
It's a 3 lifting surface. The tail doesn't have any downforce on it.
Okay.
So it's more like a Piaggio Avanti than it is a Long Easy.
And I'm familiar with that
like
because I've done a walk-around video on one of those.
Right. Yeah, take the stick and help yourself. It's very forgiving. It is literally stall proof.
Really?
And since it's stall proof, it is therefore spin proof. And oddly enough, one of the complaints that the Air Force had about it is that they couldn't stall it, and they wanted to do spin training. Well, you just killed a bunch of people in the Slingsby T3, and that's why you're retiring them. Yet you're complaining that the that the replacement is unstall and unspinnable. So I'll demonstrate the slope-like characteristics. It's extremely benign. If you're over inhospitable terrain or at night and you had to do a forced landing,
I'm climbing like crazy. Okay.
You could almost configure it, pull the stick all the way back, and just ride the parachute type smoosh into the ground. Very survivable. The tub is carbon fiber Kevlar.
Really?
So yeah, nothing's going to intrude on here and get you. The wings are carbon fiber Nomex, and it's covered. It's a vinyl ester resin. So it's built kind of like a boat, as far as the finish goes.
Wow.
A very, very, very strong boat.
Yeah, no kidding. This thing's rated for 9 Gs, you were saying?
Well, in the rest of it ultimately, when they initially certified it, it broke at like 13.
Are you serious?
So yeah, it's certified standard category, but in the rest of the world, they're certified a whole lot stronger.
Okay.
So I rest assured that I can't break it. So
yeah, no kidding.
I don't think you could get this thing going fast enough to put 9 Gs on it. It's a very low inertia airplane.
Yeah. What do you normally cruise at?
About 125 knots.
You're burning what, 5 an hour?
About 6 at that point. Yeah.
Okay.
If you pull it back to 110, you're doing about 5. So it's not terribly overpowered. It's an energy management exercise flying the airplane, but but it will get out of its own way. It's a lot faster than a Cessna or a Cherokee or something like that.
A lot cooler looking too.
172, 150. As far as training airplanes go, this is probably one of the quicker training airplanes.
Wow.
but it's a whole lot more fun than a 150 or a Cherokee 140 or something like that.
Trying to get a feel for the rudder if I need a...
It coordinates the turns pretty well.
Yeah.
You just lead it with a little bit of rudder and it comes right around.
Boy, that roll response is amazing.
The throttle is under your right hand over there, and if you want to just slowly pull the power back to idle and just hold altitude, you'll see what I'm talking about in the slope light regime.
All right.
You'll get the airspeed all the way back down to the peg, and it'll still be flying. Keep on coming. Now, when you get it into the stall, it'll talk to you. You'll hear the stall warning in your headset.
Right there?
And just keep holding it. Keep holding it. Hold it all the way back.
Oh, wow.
Now you'll notice the elevator's on the stop right now.
Right.
You can't pull it back anymore. You still have full roll authority.
Wow.
With the stick all the way back.
Holy cow.
You see, it's coming down pretty good right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add power.
All right.
Now we're going to do the same thing with power.
Whoa.
So keep pulling, keep pulling,
right.
keep pulling. Just hold what you got right there. Just keep right there. And we'll get it. This is a power on stall. Full roll authority with the stick all the way back in a power on stall. You put the nose back down. So, I mean, do you see how forgiving that is?
Yeah.
You could put a student in there and really not worry about them hurting themselves.
That was crazy.
But, I mean, I don't know if you noticed that the airspeed indicator is all the way back to about 42 knots.
I was actually focusing on my ball because I didn't want to get it recording. So
it won't. Yeah.
Wow.
You don't even have to worry about that. You could kick the rudder and it would just kind of fall off and then recover.
Really?
It would fall off and then come right back up into a nose-up attitude.
Wow.
Yeah, the front wing has one more degree of incidence than the rear wing.
Okay.
So it stalls first, but the rear wing actually never stalls.
Okay.
So, and then also you see these huge stall fences on the wing. Outboard of those stall fences, the leading edge is cuffed, and there are vortex generators. So what that does is it keeps the span-wise flow from going out over the wingtips, and then those vortex generators stick that airflow to the ailerons.
Okay.
And then that Ronce wingtip out there keeps any kind of wake turbulence from, or the vortex, wingtip vortex from affecting the ailerons also.
I'll be darned.
So it's very
cool design.
very docile and slow flying.
Yeah. Yeah, that was amazing. That was really cool to see that. That's just the kind of characteristics you want to have base to final.
Sure.
You know,
you cannot pull hard enough on it. You really can't hurt it. As a matter of fact, I'll take it back.
You got it.
We'll just put it into a base to final type turn.
All right.
I'll come back on the power. Bleed off some speed here. I'm going to go ahead and bring the flaps out all the way.
That's so unique. You got flaps on the front and the back wing.
Correct. All right, so that's an approach type speed right there. That's 60 knots, and we're doing 500 feet a minute down, right? And say the runway's over there, and I roll in, and I overshoot, and the student's tendency is to pull harder.
Yep.
I'm pulling. Look at that.
Wow.
I mean,
you felt it.
You see how far I had to pull that to get it to quit?
And it was really racking it up.
It was really, I mean, you would have to really, in an overshoot, and I don't know if you noticed, that was 180 degrees of turn.
Yeah.
An overshoot, you're usually only trying to correct 10 or 15 degrees.
Wow.
But, yeah.
That was really getting there fast,
So, yeah, I'm going to bring actually, I'll go ahead and stall it with the flaps down so you can see, kind of where it stalls. So we're at 2,300 feet. There's the stall warning. All right, there's the nose trying to come down. It's 45 knots right there.
All right.
But with the flaps down, It bucks a little bit, but it never really goes to a full brake.
Wow. And you still had roll authority the whole way.
Oh yeah, you've got roll authority for days.
But it's definitely talking to you throughout that whole thing,
yeah.
going, hey, you know.
It's extremely safe.
Wow. And he's going away from us now, so. They're probably going, what the heck is that?
Yeah, I get that a lot. You pull up to the gas pump and people come out of the woodwork like, what the heck is that? What's even worse, I don't get a lot of flight following or talk to ATC hardly at all in this thing. It's kind of just a Saturday afternoon,
right?
Knock around airplane. But when you do, they're like, say type aircraft? What's the identifier for that? They have no clue. Yeah.
Now, what is this officially? It's an Eagle?
It's an Eagle 150B. And the ICAO is Echo Alpha Golf X-Ray.
Okay.
And yeah, they really throw fits when start asking if, is that a home built? Is that this?
Is that a Christian Eagle? Or?
Yeah. I get that misconception comes up pretty often. So there's 125 knots. You could.
You have autopilot on, or is it hands on the whole time?
No, it's hands on the whole time. You can maintain that for 3.5, 4 hours. It holds about 26 gallons. You could probably get away with flying at 3.5, 4 hours with reserves. You pull it back, and it's got a little bit better endurance.
I like the answer when someone says, what kind of range you got? Say, well, the airplane can do 4 hours. My bladder can do 3.
Yeah. There's no engine-driven vacuum system. It's all electric gyros.
Okay.
The engine monitoring system is Vision Microsystems, which was big back in the late 90s, and then they kind of disappeared. So it's those are a bit of a challenge. There's still a few parts spares out there for them, but you could probably get a JPI on a field approval or something like that if those ever finally gave up.
Now, do you have a flat panel over there, and this was mine, or is that the only one? Oh,
well, actually, it's kind of funny. If I try to put these flaps down, you can override me with that one. That's technically the instructor station, right?
Okay.
So if a student were trying to put the flaps out, you could override it over there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, they both essentially do the same thing, but that one does have priority.
It's a sporty little thing, man. This thing's fun. I appreciate you taking me up.
And PropWatch traffic, 151 Echo Alpha is 3 miles to the northwest inbound for 17 PropWatch.
Got that T-38.
Yeah.
Going in lines. Cool.
Yeah, airline pilots make the worst GA pilots, so just blame any of my bad habits on that. PropWatch traffic, 151 Echo Alpha, right base 17, full stop PropWatch. It will come right out of the sky too, with the power back and the flaps out.
That's what I was thinking, because with flaps on both wings, it's got to create a lot of drag.
Traffic, Bureau 310 to Whiskey, 7 miles north, landing 18, first off. Aircraft to PropWatch.
Yes, sir.